Hi and welcome to this edition of Out the Box. My name's Paul. Today we're going to have a look at what is in this brown box. This is part of the Wi-Fi access range, the Ubiquiti Wi-Fi access range, and this is the G3 Intercom. This device supports the touch pass, the ability to put stuff on your smartwatch and on your phone and bring the phone up to the device to access the door and unlock the door. There's not much in the box. This is not meant to be a big technical overview. Head on over to our YouTube channel. We've got a deep dive on how to configure this, set it up all with Call Manager, how to get it working with various hubs and everything else as well. This is really to show you what you get in the box, give you an idea of the size. So we'll just do that first. This is not a small device, as you can see. All right, so do just see that, if you can just use that as a bit of a comparison. All right, and let's just run through now what we actually have in the box. So you're going to get a little get started guide. You probably might not take that out. It does have some little bit of useful information in it. You will actually also find in the top of the box, you can see there is a QR code to scan, which just takes you to the basic instructions on Ubiquiti's website. You are then going to get a couple of packets of screws and lugs for being able to fit this in a number of ways to a wall or bolt it in. There are things like a sun shield and some other angled mounts or a wedge mount that you can use. So there are different ways to mount this. You will also get this drilling guide, fairly useful for the size of the hole that needs to come out here. You've got a little level at the end and the rest of the holes for the main bracket. And then you'll get this, which is the main mounting bracket for it. You can see here, this is where our cable is going to be pushed through. This device is an IP65 rated, so it does have some weatherproofing in it. Just to give you an idea how this actually happened, it's on the back here we've got a little bit of a locking mechanism. This will hang in and then this will drop down into place, hopefully you can see, and there's actually a screw on the bottom. Doesn't come out very well in the black on black here, to be able to actually screw and hold that into place. So as you can see, there's plenty of mounting and hole options that can be cut out in this. And like I said, this can then have another bracket put behind it, a wedge box or something else. But you generally do need to allow some space there for this recess. Your Ethernet cable is going to come in from behind. Then you're going to have the device itself. Now, with all the studio lights here, I actually have a gate hub here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just actually going to supply some power to this. So on the back here, you can see we've got our Ethernet in and we've got our reset hole. So let's just power that up. Probably will just take a couple of moments to come online, but probably a little bit easier. So you can see we've got our keypad, we've got our door option. One ring will allow us to have this ring all of the, whether it be a UP chime or something like that inside, or the smart app on your phone. Like I said, this is the one that supports touch pass, so you can buy the subscriptions for that, load it very much like you might do a credit card into your Apple Wallet, and then it'll allow you to bring your phone or your smartwatch near here to be able to open the door. As you can see now, we've got some lights appear here. For all of the keypads, you can see me there at the top and my hands on the recording. We have an option menu screen on here depending how this is set up. If this was set up in an apartment, you can have multiple apartments down here, and then you can choose to click on here for it to ring. You can see now we've also got, and again this depends how you set it up, you've got your QR codes if you want to have a scannable QR code in here, and we have a PIN unlock. This is generally what you can see. You've got a customizable screen. You can use a basic face recognition. Remember, this does not have LiDAR in it, so it can't tell distance and everything, but it has some basic anti-spoofing mechanism is there. We can put a backdrop in here if it wasn't actually activated. At the moment, we can see a live stream because there's movement, but you can have a backdrop on here. And then when people push the button on here, you can see that this actually starts it to ring, and the configuration will depend on how you've actually set that up and changed the names on here. But like I said, not meant to be a big technical overview, but I did want to show you what you get in the box. It's fairly thin profile, but you do just need to allow for that mounting of the RJ45 at the back, and then you can see the screen there and how that looks on the front. Hopefully you found that useful, at least to show you what's in the box and some basic starting bits. Remember, this does need to be connected with a UA hub of some type. It can't just be plugged directly into a switch to work. It does need the rest of the items and a controller, a part of a Ubiquiti controller, a console to work, maybe a UDM Pro or Pro SE, one of the new UDR7s or a UCG Max or something like that. But if you want to learn more, do head on over to our YouTube channel. Got plenty more box openings on network, firewall, wireless devices, plenty of how-to guides, a deep dive guide, like I said, about how to set up UniFi Access as well. So please head on over there, subscribe, and stay up to date.